break was that he got housing for me, which is nice, right? The housing was with two members of his staff. And he made him Jim Hamilton, who was along with him quite a while. Ann was his wife, is his wife, I think. And so I always looked at this as like the 24-hour-a-day interview, right? When do you get off? When's your relax time? Can you use the facilities? Can you go to the bathroom? But it was strange, but that's the way he did it. And it was, the whole interview was weird. Like, it was like test after test after test. He took me to some little Austin restaurant that was very popular at the time. He said, let's go there. This is one of my favorite places. You'll really love the food. It's a great place to go for dinner. So we go there, and of course there's all kinds of other hotshot law professors there, and he's talking with them, explaining to them the ways of the world. And he says, you need to order this fish. This is the best thing in the world. Okay, so what am I going to do about that? So I order the fish, and of course, I don't even remember what it was, but it's all bone. You know, it's one of those things, not the thing you would choose to eat at an interview dinner. You're sitting there picking at the thing, and you've got bones in between your teeth. They're just awful. And the other thing that was part of this was the tie test. Now, many of you know I haven't worn a tie in years. And this may be one of the reasons. But there was some kind of a reception or something, meeting with the staff during this visit to the library. And at one point, he walked up to me, he grabbed my tie, pulled it up, and then ripped the seam on the back of it, tore it open. And he said, I want to see if you've really got a good tie in here. And ties, as I did not know at the time, they've got stripes on that linen on the inside. And I think he was wrong about this, but his story was that you can tell how good a tie it is by the color of the stripe, a thread, going through it, and how many there are. Fortunately for me, I had like 4 gold stripes on mine, so I passed that test. I think this is just a laundering thing, actually, but he equated it with that. So that's kind of how the interview went. I went back home. I knew I was going to get an offer from Duke, and it was just a question of when the dean could approve the offer. So I kind of hid out in the sense that I didn't answer my phone, and he'd call other people in the library and say, we don't know where he is. And ultimately I took the job at Duke, because he wouldn't offer me a job until I denounced any other opportunity I had and accepted that he wasn't going to tell me what job he would offer to me. Like, I wasn't necessarily going to be in Barring's job, but we'll decide what's best for you to have. And so this seemed a little strange and bizarre to me. So I ended up deciding to go to Duke, and finally I answered the phone when he called. And I told him that, and he just got very quiet. And he said, well, I hope you'll be happy living in Durham, North Carolina. And so far, for the last 40 years, it's worked out all right. So, but it was, and then it kind of went on from that. You know, my name would come up for other jobs, and I'd hear that Roy would have told him, well, you know, I think he's pretty good, but I don't think he's got the energy to do this kind of work. So it was strange, but we became more friendly as time went by. And about 10 years ago, I organized a symposium for Bob Barry for his work. And what we tried to do for